First carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Miles Jack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucy.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike 39, Lucy. Lucy. Move.
Now Bortles. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Bortles to throw on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Bortles. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He'll get it up the middle. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Over! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Barkley. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Barkley. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Green 80. Hank. Green is it.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Gone! Here we go now.
Back to throw. Benjamin's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you look.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's Vontae Davis, the Pro Bowler, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Fournette pushing through the contact. Still fighting for more. That good for 22 and a first down.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up. Looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defense. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Lucky 56.
This give is to McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me out and help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. A give to McCoy. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down.
Lucy, move.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Bortles again here on second and 10. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He'll look to throw. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. Throw left side taken in by Hill. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Bortles trying the option to the right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. Move. 76.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And Hill with it over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Move. So right.
They get it to him running left. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Back now in Buffalo. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Hyde is denied down near the goal line. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
We got three, brothers. We got 3. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them locked on their heels.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll set up to throw.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
10 more there and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Looking to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
380. 77. Move.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Move. 77. 387.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Bortles will keep it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The pitch to Fournette. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Green 80. Green 80.
Again, it's Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Bills will take another timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still